Okay, slightly different one for you today on Personal Statements 2026. This is the FAQs video. We've been through the basics of what a personal statement should be and what people want. We've been through each of the questions individually. These are some of the questions that I always get from students relentlessly and how I always answer them. Okay, so my first FAQ is, how do I apply for different subjects using the same personal statement? And my answer to this is, well, take a step back. Okay, take a big old step back and actually look at what you want and what you're doing. If you've listened to the advice in these videos so far, you'll know the personal statement is about you and not the course. Okay, a personal statement is not show how much you know about chemistry or show how much you know about history. It's about you and the skills you've got. And if you do that correctly, your personal statement should be applicable to all the subjects that you're applying for. So for example, if you're applying for, I don't know, chemistry, chemical engineering, biochemistry, and I don't know, straight engineering, well, your personal statement should be able to be written to be about the skills you've got, which would be applicable to all those subjects. Okay? If you're writing a personal statement and your subject choices are genuinely so diverse that a personal statement would require different skills, so you're applying for one medicinal chemistry, one history, one PRE, and one performing arts, and then a maths in there, I would say, well, stop, actually think about what you actually want to do and where you want to go to do it, make a decision. Because slightly different courses, yeah, fine, we can work that on a personal statement, but of course you need to make sure that you actually have some idea of what you want to do, otherwise you won't be convincing in any of them. So take a step back. Right, next FAQ. Talking to specific universities is a really bad idea, okay? I want to go to Cambridge because, I mean, Cambridge will be flattered, but only 17% of applicants get in, right? Whereas your other four universities are going to go, well, this is entirely aimed at Cambridge, right? So, or entirely aimed at Imperial or entirely aimed at whoever, right? Don't do it. The personal statement's not about the university. It's not about the specifics of the course. It's about your suitability for it, you. So talk about you, okay? So don't do that. Don't talk to specific universities. Now, gaming the system. People often sort of get really down a very strange rabbit hole, and I kind of blame the student room and other things for this, where they go, well, if I were to apply for not biology but biomed, fewer people apply for that at this university. Now, I don't really want to do that course, but once I'm in, I can probably ask to switch and it'll be easier for me to get in. Or another classic is doing land economy at one of Oxford or Cambridge, which is nobody knows what it is, so it has a low application rate. And people who just go, I just want to go to Oxford, I'll apply for that course because nobody else seems to. Well, no. I mean, I would say, again, stop, take the tinfoil hat off, come out of the rabbit hole, take a step back, ask yourself a very simple question. Do you want to study that course? If yes, apply. If not, don't. Simple, right? Don't go nuts trying to game the system. Don't go nuts trying to think about where the soft play and the angles are. You will drive yourself insane and it just won't work, okay? Keep it simple. What do you want to do? Where do you want to do it? Apply to that. Easy. Right, next one. Pitching the right uni for your ability. Now, you will have done endless mocks during your time in sixth form and throughout year 12. So actually, you will have a very good idea of where you are ability-wise. Every year at this time, I'm recording this in the summer term, of course, because that's the only time us teachers have got any moments to spare, we get students who say things like, oh, can I do my exam again so you can predict me an A because I need an A to apply to Imperial, UCL, Durham, whatever it might be. And you're looking at their grades going, well, you've got nothing but a D for the entire year. Oh yeah, but I think if I work really hard, I think I might be able to pull it up to the... Well, hang on. You couldn't do that in year 12 when you were only learning year 12 stuff. Now you're going to say you're going to pull it up to an A at the same time as learning the harder year 13 material, and you want me to predict you an A. Is that what we're saying? Oh yeah, no, that's the tail wagging the dog, right? Don't go from course you want to grade you need to badger teachers. That's not how it works. Work as hard as you can, take your mocks seriously, get the grades that you get, apply accordingly. That's the way it will work, okay? Because think of the consequences. If the teacher says, yeah, sure, we'll predict you an A, and let's be honest, some schools do that. If they go, yeah, we'll just predict everyone an A, one, the universities have no faith in that school's predictions, and they're already dubious enough about predictions as it is. Secondly, the best case scenario is they give you an offer for whatever it is based on grades that you've got no chance of getting, and then you end up with tears on results day. And I would much rather have tears from a student now while they're in year 13 and I can actually do something about it and my colleagues can actually do something about it. Right? Whereas if you've got tears on results day, bye, you're off, out of the school, done. And then you're out on your own with no university to go to, going through clearing, all that kind of stuff. So I would rather have the hard chat now about the grades and about the right unis and pitching to ability, even if that causes upset at this point, than have that conversation when it's too late. Okay? So do pitch the right university for your ability. There are some weird idiosyncrasies in this. I know some of the top universities that aren't Oxbridge are now offering higher grade requirements than Oxbridge because Oxbridge are relying on their interviews. That is a weird edge case. And if you want me to answer that question, stick it in the comments and I'll do another video. Okay? And last one, wasting a slot. Students go, well, if I put this in, isn't it just wasting a slot? Well, again, see answer to question 1 and question 2. Do you actually want to go there? If you do want to go there, then great, stick it in. If you don't want to go there, if you can't see yourself living in that city, going to that university, don't put it in. Okay? You obviously need a range of grades, but they all need to be universities that you wish to go to. And you aren't required to go to the university even if you get an offer and you get the grades. On results day, if you've changed your mind, you can say no. You can say, nope, and I can't stress this enough, you are the customer. You're the one who's going to end up in what the average now £66,500 worth of debt from a 3-year undergraduate course when you take everything into account. You are the customer. The university wants you. So think what you want to do, think of yourself as a consumer and realise that until you sign on the dotted line and actually go to that university, you can say no. You can ask for deferrals. You can say, well, I don't want to do that course. Can you let me in for this one? And if they say no, you can step away, right? There are far more degree course places than there are students. And it's got to be something that's going to hold your attention for 3 years, okay? So don't just put something in because, I think I might want to go there. Isn't that wasting a slot? Yeah, probably is. Don't do it. Okay, you can apply to 1 university, you can apply to 2 or 4. You don't have to apply to all 5, but don't apply to universities that you don't want to go to. Okay, and those are my common FAQs. I'm quite happy to answer any more. If you've got any more FAQs, stick them in the comments. I will probably do another one of these videos when I've built up a bunch more questions. Next things in this playlist are going to be some specific examples with the permission of the students who've written them, fully anonymised of course, of the good, the bad, the ugly of the new form personal statements. Thanks very much.